Hey everyone, Joshua Hanlon here at Brick Fiesta Austin 2019, and I'm joined by a couple of GBC builders. They're going to take us through the whole layout, so if you want to introduce yourself and take us through your section.
All right, so I'm Andrew Carpenter, and so right here we've got, this is my, I don't really have a name for it, it's my big dueling conveyors, is what Tom Atkinson calls it. So basically just has two conveyors that bring them up. It goes kind of fast though, so it kind of overflows the next module, which here is a 2017 brick weld module. Pretty simple. I've seen a lot of them. We've got two of them right here. And then next is the banana gig here by Ethan McCain. He designed it and put the instructions on Planet GBC. And so I actually was able to meet up with him at Brickweld. We made a standard between it, and he has his original module there. And this is probably my most complex module I made. This is my Archimedes Screw. There's a funny story behind this one. I ended up building this one I bought a lot of pieces from a vendor, like $75 worth of Technic at a vendor at Brickworld, and I built this module sitting down there while the public was there. It's pretty cool. And then we go into some of Eli's modules here, so.
All right, I am Elijah Wiezbenski. I'm here with, I don't remember how many modules I have here, about 8. So this one here I call it Twisted Conveyance. So, I don't know where to begin. It's a really weird module. It's driven back behind it it drives the conveyor, and there's a stationary gear here that has a ratio. It drives the conveyor while it's also being rotated. It's a little short on balls, but try and show it to you. It's had its fair share of problems, this show, but for now it seems to be working pretty decent. It's definitely a crowd pleaser. I really like it. I'll get back to it later because it's failing. And then after that, I have Jungle Tracks, which is one of my favorite modules. So the way it works is it has two conveyors in the center. Now, I don't know if you can see the balls. It's kind of hidden, but it squeezes the balls between them and lifts them up and like drops them to the next module. It's nicely decorated. I entered it for a contest on Great Ball Pit's Discord channel. You can find it at greatballpit.com. And sorry, I lost my train of thought. But yeah, I won actually.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So that's really cool. And then after that, I have Curve Shot, which is my most crowd-pleasing module. You can see it shoots the balls with a wheel up a curved ramp. And that's about it.
That is crazy. You look at how fast it goes up there. So talk about the design a little bit of like the tubing and how you were able to get that to go just where you wanted.
Well, it was pretty hard to contain the balls. I had to take a lot of measures to prevent it, like this. If you take this out, just totally everything goes everywhere. I had to install a lot of railings to keep the balls in, this little thing here, and all this on top. So it was pretty difficult to keep them in. And my only module with a widget right at the end to let the balls down easily. So it's a very nice module. Everybody likes it. I really like it. And then after that, we have a very interesting set of modules that's on low battery. This one was designed by Ethan McCain. You saw it at Brickworld. So we did a collaboration on Matt Great Pulpit's Discord channel. I think he told you about that too, where we each built a module within a specific limit of half of the size, which is why this input is so small. I had some complications of that, but he made a dual wheel module, which is very nice, but it's kind of a ball dropper. But it hardly ever breaks, which is even better. And that can connect to, I don't know if you can see that, right down here, there's two things that you can connect it to. And it dumps into my module. It's supposed to go back and forth, but that was having some problems, so right now it's stationary. But I really like it. I like the color scheme. Everything is cool. But this is kind of an unreliable module too, which is sad. And then after that, we go into one of the biggest GBCs I've ever seen and the biggest I've ever made. Made entirely from pieces from a bucket wheel excavator.
I think that's been the inspiration for some really cool GBC modules over the years.
Definitely. It's a very, very nice set. Excellent pieces, just excellent everything. It's had some problems. I actually tried to enter it to PV Productions, but got rejected because apparently it wasn't quite up to scratch. But I'll probably enter it again once I figure out some problems. And then we go along.
What is this section here?
So someone on Discord told me I should have lots of buckets in it. So I use all of them. Oops. And yeah, it's just a widget to use up some energy because it's super tall. I didn't realize I didn't need all that height, but it turned out great anyway. So I have a very, very long ramp, which has proved to be very handy in the layout. It can extend. And
so you can kind of slide in and out depending on the length you need.
Yep, it can extend, it can turn, it's very flexible. That's why I call it Super Flex. So that's proved very handy. And then after that, we have, sadly, Josh Gay is not here, but these are his 4 modules. Well, this one isn't his, but it's modeled similar to his. So 3, I don't know what it's called, some kind of pusher. But yeah, 3 of those pushers running off shared power here. You can see the power bank. And one of Matt Great Ball Pit's workshop modules, it's called a workshop module because he thought it would be good for a workshop. And that dumps into my Akiyuki version 2 train, which has also proved to be very handy for layout and has had way too many problems to count. But I think it's currently overheated. But yeah, it goes around the bend. And another very handy module, but also a pain in the butt. So that's about it.
Also right here, this is also Josh's. He has this long ramp right here. I don't know, you're probably running, but we have these special balls like soccer balls and basketballs. And we can have the little kids put them. I can't even read it from here. The little kids can put in right there, and then it'll flow. It'll flow down into Josh's pusher here. And normally when the train's running, the kids will be able to watch it go around. We've had kids we had this one kid here for 2 hours just watching his ball go around and around. But yeah, that's basically this year's GBC. Next year though, we hope to have a lot bigger. We already know people who are coming, so this is the biggest GBC I think in Texas. It's not that big. It's about, last time I counted it was 17 modules.
Yeah. But it's good to see it's still growing, at least. Some of these shows like Brick Fiesta that haven't had a big GBC presence, it's great to see that there's more and more showing up.
Yes, I think last year they didn't even have one, so this is probably the first. They had one a few years ago, but this is probably the first real organized GBC at Brick Fiesta. Yeah.
Well, great work, guys. Thank you both so much for all your work running the GBC here. I know it's not easy to keep these things running, so thank you for taking us through the modules. Appreciate it.